All right, so we're continuing the shoulder series, and now we're talking about the standing Viking press. Now, this is an amazing machine, both for strength and hypertrophy movements. So we're gonna adjust this. This has a lot of adjustments. So the first adjustment's adjusting it to our height. So you wanna make sure you're around, I'll say just above shoulder width. Reason being, I'm a little bit too tall for this position, because for me, I'd have to drop down into position and then bring the weight up, okay? So I wanna make sure all the tension is within active range, where I can begin in this particular position, where I'm at my strongest, and then driving upwards, okay? So for me, I'll have to increase the height of this apparatus a little bit higher, okay? So once that's done, torso straight, glute squeeze, core nice and tight. We're gonna drive the weight up, come back down. Drive the weight up, come back down. Now the common mistakes we see in this is starting too low, like I said before, squatting down into the movement, okay? And coming out of your active range. Now if you look, shoulders are slightly rounded, okay? And a lot of that force is being placed internally on the joint. So you wanna make sure you always keep the integrity of your posture, all right? Everything aligned, and just avoid getting injured, all right? Another common mistakes we see is leaning forward into the movement, okay? Which again, can compromise posture, can compromise the muscles that you're trying to target, and just doesn't help you generate any type of force in that specific muscle, okay? So stay safe, stay aligned, and do the movement properly, guys. All right, let's talk about grips. So we have a colossal amount of grips that we can use with this exercise. So we're gonna go with the neutral grip. All right, so this biases the front delt a little bit more. All right, make sure you keep the elbow stacked underneath the wrist, in opposed to bringing the elbow out of place, which can cause a little bit more of a strain on the traps and front delt, okay? Then we have the semi-pronated grip, which can be of benefit for some people that struggle with shoulder mobility. All right, so this little grip outside here, you're gonna drive up, drive down, okay? Okay, and last and finally, the pronated grip, which is the conventional grip that everyone tends to use, biases the mid delt. This grip in particular is more comfortable for me to use, in opposed to this one feels a little bit awkward for me. So stick with your favorite grip, or if you're trying to bias a particular muscle, aim towards using a grip that supports that movement. So another common mistake we see is actually placing too much strain on the lower back and bringing the hips way too forward. So I'll give you a demonstration of that. Okay. So in that particular wrong way to do it, the elbows, as you can see where the elbows are placed on the wrist, and the lower back is actually accumulating a lot of strain. So best way to do it, be aligned, guys, core supported, glutes supported, and just bring the weight up. Now on this particular machine, we're able to turn it into a single side movement by removing that latch. We're able to independently focus on one side, in opposed to using both. So the same rules applies. Hips stay aligned, in opposed to being too forward, too backwards. So I'm gonna give you a demonstration of that. We're gonna hold this handle right here to support and give us some feedback to use our core. We're gonna drive up and back down. This was the standing Viking press.